You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. 2 people were sentenced this morning for their roles in a brutal murder. Luzerne County President Judge Michael Vo sentenced 33-year-old Reynaldo Mercado to life, plus an additional 32 to 64 years for fatally stabbing 58-year-old Fred Boot in his Wilkes-Barre Township home back in 2018. Mercado was found guilty yesterday. His co-defendant, 16-year-old Luisa Reyes, previously pled guilty to second-degree murder and received a 40 to life prison sentence. The family of Boot was in court, pushing for lengthy prison terms for the duo. Judge Vo said he believed the couple's plan from the beginning was to murder Boot. Both Reyes and Mercado gave short apologies to Boot's family members. Police in Hazleton are investigating a report of shots fired Wednesday evening. Officers were called to the area of Cedar and Tamarack Streets around 6, where they discovered a home that had been shot at several times. Information was later received that 2 people fled the scene in an unknown direction. Anyone who may have information on the shootings being asked to contact the Hazleton Police Department. Police in Wilkes-Barre are searching for a vehicle they believe was involved in a shooting. Police posted a picture of the vehicle on Facebook Wednesday. They say it's connected to a shots fired incident in the city. Details of the shooting have not been released at this time, but authorities are asking anyone with information on either the incident or vehicle to call the department at 570-208-4118. Pennsylvania continues to combat COVID-19 as cases continue to rise. WYLN's Philip Kaufman has more on the state's testing efforts.
Pennsylvania's Director of Testing and Contact Tracing, Michael Huff, addressed the Commonwealth on their testing and tracing efforts and their plan to distribute more than 3.8 million Abbott Binax Now antigen rapid tests.
Pennsylvania is being allocated on a per capita basis over 3.8 million Abbott Binax Now antigen rapid tests from October through the end of December. That's approximately 250,000 tests per week.
The tests were an effort of the federal government allocating $150 million.
Abbott Binax Now distribution plan includes identifying vulnerable populations in Pennsylvania counties that demonstrates substantial risk for community spread of disease. Weekly distribution occurs to these counties that are at a substantial risk, approximately 6 counties per week. Time is of the essence. Identifying contacts and ensuring they do not interact with others is critical to protect communities from further spread. If communities are unable to effectively isolate patients and ensure contacts can separate themselves from others, rapid community spread of COVID-19 is likely to increase to the point that strict mitigation strategies will again be needed to contain the virus.
Pennsylvania recently put several mitigation efforts in place to stop the spread of COVID-19, including expanding the Secretary of Health's universal masking order to require mask wearers both indoors and outdoors if you are with people other than members of your own household. With the exception of daily commuters traveling for work, Pennsylvania also requires anyone entering the Commonwealth, including Pennsylvanians returning from travel, to receive a negative COVID-19 test with 72 hours prior to entering the Commonwealth or to quarantine for 14 days upon arrival in Pennsylvania.
Another tool to complement our mitigation strategy is case investigation and contact tracing, which are vital public health tools used in the process of supporting patients with suspected or confirmed infection and controlling disease.
People are urged to answer the call from a case reviewer and to provide as much information as possible. Case reviewers are trained public health professionals with specialized skills and a thorough understanding of the need for patient confidentiality.
One thing has not changed. Citizens of Pennsylvania have individual responsibility to contribute to proper behavior and to adhere to public health guidance to protect themselves and others, as well as to help control the spread of COVID-19. Public health controls are only as effective as the willingness of individuals to carry them out.
Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Philip Kaufman.
Thank you, Phil. A Luzerne County court shut down for employees that tested positive for COVID-19. County Manager David Pedri announced yesterday that Central Court on Water Street will be closed until Monday, November 30th for deep cleaning. Staff members affected by the virus are currently at home in quarantine and said to be experiencing mild symptoms. Court-related matters at other locations are still proceeding as scheduled. Nearly 500,000 Pennsylvanians downloaded the COVID Alert PA app. People who downloaded the app will receive a notification if they've been in close contact with someone who later tests positive for the virus. The app also includes an interactive COVID-19 symptom check-in, alerts for potential exposure to the virus, updates on the latest public health data, and guidance for what to do if the users had potential exposure to the virus. It's also designed to ensure privacy and does not use GPS or location services. The free app can be found in the Google Play or Apple App Stores by searching for COVID Alert PA. The city of Wilkes-Barre reformatted its annual Christmas parade and tree lighting ceremony for the pandemic. Mayor George Brown said yesterday there will be a condensed parade to minimize the risk of virus exposure. The event was originally scheduled for this Saturday, but will now take place Tuesday, November 24th at 4:30 p.m. The parade will feature emergency vehicles, followed by a special visit from Santa Claus. It'll begin on South Main Street and continue northbound, proceed on Public Square, and wrap up on North Main Street. The tree lighting ceremony starts at 5 p.m. on Public Square. Hundreds of children will be receiving a cuddly toy this holiday season, thanks to a generous donation by the PA Department of Labor and Industry. WYLN's Julie Stefanovich has more on how these holiday gifts all came about.
Santa's not the only one with a workshop. The Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry donated 700 new stuffed toys to community agencies this year. But before they can go out to all the good little girls and boys, Elle and I must perform some very important tasks.
Part of our responsibility is to inspect toys to make sure that they are safe, that they're not flammable, that there aren't buttons that can pop off or their eyes pop out or things like that can happen with stuffed animals. And we want to make sure that the toys for sale in Pennsylvania are safe. We get to inspect some. They live with us for quite some time, and then when they're ready, we donate them.
The toys have been kept in a safe and sound place during the pandemic.
After they're inspected, they're put off, and they don't have a lot of human contact until the opportunity we have to donate them to community agencies.
The holidays can be a wonderful time, but it's also difficult for many, especially in light of the health crisis where thousands suffer job losses and other financial hardships.
And anything we can do as an agency beyond the normal things that we do to help people through difficult times with unemployment and workers' comp is to bring a little something extra to families that need it during the holiday season. And this is a great way to do it. It's important we remember there are real people at the end of the process. And this is real. Being able to provide these gifts to kids and knowing that it will make a difference on Christmas morning or through Hanukkah or whatever it may be, it's important to give back like that, and we enjoy doing that.
In the past 5 years alone, Elle and I has donated over 3,000 toys to various holiday gift drives.
Due to the COVID pandemic, the Department of Human Services has not been able to accept the toys that we would normally donate. So the Bureau of Occupational and Industrial Safety at Labor and Industry reached out to other charitable organizations to ensure that children were still able to get the toys.
Two of the charitable organizations that will be receiving the toy donations this year are New Life for Girls and the Dauphin County Systems of Care. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. Baby Yoda was my favorite. Coming up on WYLN News, the future and fate of winter sports. Plus, another anchor's set to open at the Laurel Mall come the start of the new year. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill at Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton. That's right, this is November. No, it's not. If you have bad credit, good credit, looking for a car, it is Yes-Vember. That's right, you want to get a loan for a car, it is Yes-Vember. We have the largest selection of used cars in the marketplace. Yes-Vember. You need a loan, it's Yes-Vember. Remember, if you want a great deal, come to Blaze Alexander on Susquehanna Boulevard, and remember, it is Yes-Vember. So check them all out online at blazealexander.com.
CARES has immediate openings for life-sharing providers to mentor and provide care in their home for an adult with intellectual disabilities. Our life-sharing program focuses on independence, living in and enjoying a local community, and building a companionship that's beneficial to both parties. CARES will provide training, support, and a monthly compensation in the form of a stipend. If you'd like to learn more about life-sharing, call CARES at 866-CARES-VIP.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
After touching the lives of countless students, a Hazleton area educator and coach passed away Wednesday morning. Fran Libonati used his intelligence, talent, and wit as both a teacher and coach for decades in the Hazleton area school district. He graduated from Hazleton High School back in 1957, serving as senior class president and earning 5 letters in athletics. He went on to play college basketball at St. Francis, averaging 24 points a game for the freshman team. Libonati then began teaching in 1961 at Hazleton before being named head coach from 1964 to 1968. He also served as principal of Hazleton Area High School, as well as a sports analyst for WAZL Radio. Fran Libonati was 80 years old. COVID cases are playing a key role in the fate and future of winter sports across the Commonwealth, both on the high school and collegiate levels. We're seeing the PIAA and PSAC taking 2 different approaches with their COVID plans, with high school sports pressing on while college pumps the brakes. All 18 state schools competing under the PSAC will face both regular and championship winter sports season cancellations for the time being. Universities will, however, continue to honor scholarships for student athletes, even if they can't play. But high school athletes let out a sigh of relief for now, after the PIAA confirmed its plans to push forward with the winter sports season. The PIAA is also seeking clarification on the state's newest mask mandate and how it applies to student athletes. In other words, whether they'd have to wear masks while playing. However, the latest word from the board's that the ball's in the school's court and practices can officially begin this Friday. The Laurel Mall plans to debut its latest anchor store to fill a void that Kmart left behind by the start of next year. Hobby Lobby Stores Incorporated announced Wednesday it'd be opening a brand new Hobby Lobby store right here in Hazleton. As you can see, construction's underway on Laurel Mall Drive for the 56,000 square foot building that was formerly home to Kmart. The new store will offer more than 70,000 crafting and home decor products, including supplies for baskets, jewelry making, fabrics, scrapbooking, and more. 35 to 50 new jobs are also expected to bloom to the area come 2021 at $17 per hour full-time and $11 per hour part-time. The national retail chain has 20 locations across Pennsylvania, and this new location is projected to open sometime in late January. PennDOT would love to hear what you think as part of its ongoing work exploring sustainable transportation options. The department's launching an extensive initiative through the PennDOT Pathways program to examine possible short and long-term funding solutions. Public feedback is being requested from now through December 17th. The department faces an $8.1 billion gap in its annual highway and bridge transportation funding to keep the network in a state of good repair. Federal funding's been flatlining for several years, despite rising inflation, and gas taxes have proven unreliable, which is 74% of PennDOT's funding. Details and more can be found online at penndot.gov. ms.gov/funding. Coming up on Perryville's News Choice, we take a trip down to the Carbon County Animal Shelter and Community in U. Plus, good grief, Charlie Brown, the holidays have arrived, so stay with us.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Injured at work? No money coming in? You tighten your belt again and again. Call the Belt Law Firm. We work hard when you can't work at all. Don't buckle under pressure. Call Belt Law in Hazleton and Kingston.
Two Italian Guys Pizzeria. 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton has all your favorites. From pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet trap and sporting clay fields are professionally designed and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-455-4251 extension 1378 for more information.
Most pets want to be included in holiday festivities just like any other family member. But like the kids, we have to look out for our furry companions. It's important to keep their eating and daily habits as normal as possible during the bustling season.
I mean, any dog, no matter how good it is with people, can get spooked at any time. You're not going to know. They get anxiety issues just like people do around the holidays. There's a lot going on. It's confusing for them. There's different music, different noise, different people coming into the house. So always keep in mind that your dog could be spooked by strangers. And you know, better safe than sorry. When we have guests over, sometimes our dogs are in another room. They're fine, and everybody stays safe. It's just a matter of being smart about it, you know. Don't spook them out. You don't need anybody getting bit. You don't want your dog to bite anybody. You don't want your dog to be uncomfortable. That's their home, and they need to feel safe in it too.
Whether it be the holidays or not, one thing's for sure, dogs love food. Even the smallest of treats cause their eyes to light up like the North Star. Before you feed them holiday delicacies, you may want to check to see if it's safe for their digestion.
There's a whole list of things that not to feed your dogs, what to feed your dogs during the holiday season. I'm guilty of giving my dogs table scraps when they want it. They watch me, they know I'm eating, they eat with me, but mostly my food is okay for them. But you just got to Google it, safe food for dogs. It comes up. You know, dogs can't have onions, they can't have chocolate, there's grapes they can't have. There's certain things that are common that people do know, but there are other things that could harm your dog that you don't know. So when in doubt, make sure you check. You know, just reach out there and either Google it or call the shelter. We'll work with you. We'll give you a list of what to feed them, what not to feed them. They need their treats too. You just want to do it in a safe way.
And oh, Christmas tree, watch out for holiday decorations that may not be suitable around fur babies.
Yeah, you always have to watch around the holidays with the trees going up that the dog or the cat don't knock it over. There's also electrical wires. There's poinsettia plants that could be dangerous to different animals. So you have to be careful there. Make sure your holiday plants aren't where your dog could eat them. So check that out.
The old saying goes that it's the thought that counts. But giving a dog as a gift isn't in the animal's best interest.
Please, please, please don't buy anybody a dog for a gift. A dog is not a gift, okay? When you're going to get somebody a dog, they need to come with you. They need to pick out the dog. They need to understand what it takes and what it entails. And the dog is for a lifetime, so it's a big commitment. So don't try to surprise mom and dad with a dog that they're going to trip over and get hurt with, and the dog's going to end up in a shelter anyway. Do it the smart way.
Traveling isn't recommended during the pandemic, but if you find it necessary, prepare your pets for that trip over the hills and through the woods.
Some dogs are better off in cars than others. Some dogs get anxiety issues when they're in the car. You may not know it if you're not used to taking them. So if you think you're going to take them for the first holiday trip, start off small. Take them up around town for a little bit and see what it's like in the car. Keep in mind they could see something on the outside and want to go after it. So you don't want your dog getting sick in your car. You don't want your dog jumping out the window in your car. I've had dogs open the door of a car by hitting a button or roll down the window by mistake. So keep that in mind. If you're going to be away for any kind of distance, have somebody check on your dog that your dog is familiar with. Don't send a stranger in your house to check on your dog. If you're going to have somebody come in that your dog doesn't know, have them come in while you're there a few times before they come to visit.
The Carbon County Animal Shelter is still adopting amid the pandemic. To schedule an appointment, give them a call at 570-325-4828 or check them out on Facebook.
We've seen the concern in your eyes. You're scared, nervous, want to know if it's safe. The answer is yes. At LVHN, you'll see the extraordinary steps we take to get you the care you need safely. At all our facilities, you'll see temperature checks for everyone, that we sanitize every surface, and yes, you'll see that masks are required. What we look forward to seeing is relief in your eyes. Lehigh Valley Health Network. Your health deserves a partner.
BLB Auto Sales, a division of Barbush Automotive. BLB has deals that can't be beat. They carry trucks, vans, SUVs, sedans, and sports cars, and all at the lowest prices. Barbush Automotive can handle all vehicle repairs since they do it all. Check out their specials: oil change and filter, just $19.95. Alignment, $49.95. Professional and good people. Call 570-454-7571.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Imagine how inconvenient your life would be without power. No lights, no refrigeration, no heating or cooling, no electronics. But with a Generac home standby generator, you will have power when you need it most. Generac generators automatically provide backup power after sensing a power outage, so your life goes on uninterrupted.
The Wire Guys, 1338 North Church Street, Hazel Township, 570-459-3345, and visit us at homewireguys.com.
Holy Rosary Parish will host a drive-through food distribution Monday, November 30th for residents of Luzerne County. Starting at 2 p.m., residents can park in the main parish parking lot at 240 South Poplar Street in Hazleton for registration, and then will be directed to the rear of the church for food pickup. Church officials ask all attendees to wear a mask and remain in their vehicles for the safety and well-being of all guests and volunteers. Food boxes will then be placed directly in your vehicle for you. Volunteers are welcome, so those looking to give a hand can call the parish office at 570-454-6693. The Great Pumpkin wasn't on broadcast TV this year, but after a deal with PBS, the Peanuts will return for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Apple announced its partnership with PBS for ad-free broadcasts of A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, November 22nd, and A Charlie Brown Christmas, December 13th. Last month, Apple TV Plus became the new home to the beloved holiday specials. The purchase received some not-so-good grief from fans accustomed to annually watching them on network television. Apple originally offered each special to stream for free for a handful of days, but that didn't stop online petitions from gathering hundreds of thousands of signatures. That's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page or WYLNTV.com, where you can also find LVHN's real facts about COVID-19. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.